Coming to you live from the rinks in Hauppauge, you're listening to the LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, or the SCHSHL. I'm Ryan Brannigan. This is tonight's first of three matchups, and the only game that will be coming from the freshman level. In tonight's matchup, we feature, representing the home team tonight, the 1-7 Southampton Whalers, taking on the 0-6-1 Pat Med Raiders. Pat Med, heading into this matchup, are coming off a hard-fought loss to Longwood by a score of 2-1 that came back on November 20th. Meanwhile, Southampton looking to hit the refresh button on a 10-2 loss to Sachem as we are underway here in this one. Making his goaltending debut for Pat Med is Chris Nasta. And on the other side of the ice, their typical goaltender in net for Southampton, Trey Armashevitz. Early play belonging to Southampton. Let's see if they can test Nasta early. Nasta also happens to be Pat Med's leading goal scorer on the year with 2. Typical goaltender in net for, and pardon me, it is not Armashevitz on the other side. It is Leontios Treazos in net for Southampton. Armashevitz not here, as moving his way into the zone was D'Angelo. Kicks back around the near boards. Pat Med able to get it free. Peter Muratori is the usual goaltender for Pat Med. He is not in the lineup tonight, as Wetter has that one go past him, but he'll catch up to it real quick. Wetter throws that one on, and Nasta maybe got a piece of it with the glove. In all likelihood, it sailed wide. Good play to keep it at the blue line. The Pat Med defenseman, that being Mistretta. Carrying it behind the Southampton goal and controlling is Hunter Harrington. And a good outlet pass, stretch pass, connects with Minardi. Minardi throws it towards the net. It's settled down by the defenseman of Pat Med, Doherty. Logan Doherty sends it up the far boards and out of the zone. No shots on goal thus far here in this one, as we are about 3 minutes in to the first period. Pass goes all the way out to the point. Wetter stops it, sends it back the way it came, but it's too far for Magnotta. Magnotta, who broke his stick on his first shot attempt in warm-ups. He's got a new one, and we'll see if it fares better. As the puck cleared out of the zone, and Harrington back to get it. Sends it around the near side. Up for Minardi. Minardi settles it down. Harper checks him and takes over for Pat Med. But turned over behind the Pat Med goal. And that's difficult for any goaltender to handle, especially one making their first start. And there's your first save of the career of Chris Nasta, as he snags it with the glove. And the first shot he faces is stopped, as he gets plenty of fist bumps from his teammates. We'll see how he does going forward, but so far so good for Chris Nasta in his first ever start in net. Face-off belonged to Southampton, but the puck came out of the zone. Southampton dump in, controlled by the Raiders behind their own net. Pereira tries to get it out. He does so and sends it in deep into the Southampton end, where it's stopped by Treazos. Comes up to the far blue line, where it's kept alive by Esposito. Meanwhile, Mistretta tries to fire it back into Southampton zone. It's intercepted by McCourt, who works his way in. McCourt into the slot for a shot. Scores! Stefano McCourt gets Southampton on the board early, and they lead it 1-0. We take another look at the goal. And we're back to action. 1-0. Southampton grab the early lead. Back to Harrington for a drive. They score. Quick response. Going low to high. Awful difficult for the goaltender Nasta to handle. And it's quickly 2-0 as we take another look. Back to action we are, 2-0 Southampton. Early in this one, we wondered how Chris Nasta, a forward playing goal, would fare in his first ever goaltending start. He made his first ever save, however, has allowed the next 2 goals. Kayla Anza stops it for Pat Med, but it's quickly taken back by Goldstein, Max Goldstein. Carries into the Pat Med end. Try to dangle around Mistretta. Mistretta broke it up. Goldstein back on it in the corner. Tries for the Michigan and rolls off his stick, and the shot that came from Pereira got blocked. Or pardon me, that was Kessler. Mikey Kessler was blocked. Comes out of the zone. Southampton have to reset. That pass dangerous, nearly intercepted. But the Whalers will take it back into their own end. And behind the net and bank it up the near boards. For Minardi, Penny steps up on him. Mikey Kessler carries in. Loads up the shot, pad, save, rebound, save made! How about that sequence? For Chris Nasta, he stopped them both. Good enough to maybe be on last night's best, which if you don't know what that is. And they score! Pat Med respond. It's a beauty of a goal coming off the stick of Dean Fasano. As we get the celly there, may have been Noah Young. Yeah, it was. Number 36, Noah Young getting Pat Med on the board. It's a 1-goal game once more. Beautiful shot from Young. The leading point scorer is way ahead of the play. Were the Whalers, and in particular was McCourt. Get things cleaned up and straightened away in what has been a high-scoring start to this one. Pisano got the last goal for Southampton, assisted from Harrington and Wetter. As mentioned, McCourt opened the scoring for the Whalers, and Andrew Wetter, an assist on that one as well, has got 2 in the game. McCourt brings it behind the net, puts it out in front, and a great defensive play in front of the net to break it up. And Pat Med clears Logan Doherty with the defensive play. Wetter carries it back in. Tyler Anza on him. Zao comes out in front. Shot save, rebound, glove save somehow. Chris Nasta able to get the glove on that one. And he's made quite a few spectacular saves in his goaltending debut. A second under 8 minutes to go. Period number 1, 2-1, Southampton lead. They've score right off the face-off. Max Goldstein, right off the drop, makes it 3-1 Southampton, reestablishing the 2-goal lead. Blink and you missed it. Type of goal from Goldstein. Right off the skates and right on goal. And this is turning into quite the high-scoring affair. 3-1, Southampton lead it. And they could be leading by more had it not be for some miraculous stops made by Chris Nasta. And a huge hit in center ice. That'll get the official to make a call. Dishing out the hit was McCourt. He's going to sit for 2. Official signaling to the scorekeeper that interference is the call. First power play of the game belongs to Pat Med. And they need a goal to get back into this one. Do they ever? So we get our clocks back lined up. Face off does not come out of the zone, kept alive for the moment, but now it's banked into the neutral zone. Young, the goal scorer for Pat Med, chips it into the zone, but good job to quickly get it out. Was Magnotta for Southampton. Carrying it back in and sending it across was Declan Campbell. Southampton get to it and fire it out. An opportunity shorthanded. Minardi skates in. Sharp angles. Going to carry it around the net. And he goes down. No call. And Young carries out the other way for Pat Med. He's got Fasano with him. Puck free. Fasano can't get anything on it. As Treazos had gone down. Meanwhile, 3-on-2 shorthanded the other way for Southampton. Goldstein backhands that one toward Nasta, who sticks it behind the net. Fasano can't clear. Comes around the other side. Too strong for Young. It's going to go the length of the ice and become an icing against Pat Med. .6:12 to go in period number 1. .45 seconds to go in the penalty. Pat Med control off the draw. It's chipped out to himself by Cagliano. Mistretta chasing after Wetter. Or pardon me, D'Angelo. And D'Angelo will carry it into the Pat Med zone with 23 seconds to go on the kill. Good check in the far corner. But a nice move by Wetter. Cuts in and scores. Strong move to the net by Andrew Wetter as he collects his 3rd point of the night, his first goal of the game, and it's 4-1 Southampton. As we take another look. Great power move to the net by Andrew Wetter. And as I mentioned, he's having himself quite the night, and he's had himself quite the season for Southampton. As they continue to press Puck goes behind the Pat Med net where it's finally collected and skated out by Mistretta. Mistretta, long-range shot, blocker down by Treazos. Wetter led the team with 9 goals and 11 assists and 20 points. Heading in, he's added a goal and 2 more assists to that total. As scramble in front of the net, Pat Med able to get it out and out of the zone in the control now of Harrington, who sends it across looking for Riley. It's cut off by Pat Med, and they look to get it the other way, but turning it right back the way it came is Southampton. Rolls off the stick of Pisano, back in the possession of Pisano. He shoots and scores! Luke Pisano. Fires this one in. We don't have enough time to show you the replay. It is 5-1 for Southampton, and there's another one. Long range shot goes in, and getting the tally is Mikey Kessler. It's Pisano's second goal of the game. And for Pisano, or rather for Kessler, is first. Six to 1. Southampton leading Pat Med. Minardi carries over offside as the Whalers were a step ahead. Play resumes. Pat Med try to get it out of the zone. They're unable to do so. And finally, Fasano takes a swipe at it. He can't get it out. Taken back by Goldstein, who moves in on the back end now, forehand, and that's a save made by Nasta. Pat Med trying to clear. Riley had other plans. And now finally, no, still not out. Goldstein sends it right back in deep. Mistretta just going to try to lift it off the glass and out. It's kept in by D'Angelo. Try to find his man down low. He does. Centering feed to Goldstein. Had it on his stick, but in an awkward position, and the puck comes out of the zone. D'Angelo back on it for the Whalers. They've had the better of the play, on top of having the distinct advantage of playing a goaltender making his first career start. D'Angelo weaves his way in. That shot, and a save made Nasta, but the rebound goes in as he lost complete track of where that puck went. And for Aiden D'Angelo, he's not going to find many easier goals than that. And the score is quickly getting out of hand. It's 7-1, a 7-goal first period for Southampton. Cagliano tries to work it in, but a good play by Harrington to break it up. Harrington lost it. Cagliano moves in 2-on-1, developing with Biddle. Cagliano's shot just goes over the top. Wetter collects in the far corner and brings it across the blue line. Joined by Minardi. Minardi centering feed off the skate of a Pat Med defender out in front. Sent back out in front once more. Another chance out goes over the top. Puck out of the zone. And we'll get a whistle. Minute 45 remaining. James Penny had the good defensive play for the Pat Med Raiders. Doherty moves in. That one is blockered aside by Trezos, who Pat Med would like to put more shots on, take the pressure off Nasta, who comes out, stops the puck, played up the boards, past Esposito and D'Angelo. No icing, D'Angelo will play it. Minute 13 to go in period number 1. It's 7-1, Southampton as Goldstein moves in. Shot, great save made by Nasta. Riley plays it behind. Intercepted by Pat Med. They look to clear, but a great play by McCourt to thwart the clearing attempt. And now skating it free is Mistretta. He gains the red line and fires that one on goal, where it's sticked away by Trezos. Moved behind the net and around to the far side. It's a good play from D'Angelo, but the puck rolls off the stick of Goldstein. A turnover by Pat Med gives it right back to Southampton, and Max Goldstein moves in on the far side, the far board. Still it is Goldstein. That shot looks like it went off Mistretta out in front. Riley was there in front as well. He throws that one across the crease. No one could get on the other end of it. Big shot from the point. Does not get through. And Kessler couldn't put one on goal. It's iced by Pat Med, but they get a crucial whistle with 1 second remaining in the first period. That's about how long it took Goldstein to score his goal. We won't see one here, and that will conclude this first period. Touchdown and an extra point for Southampton in that first period as they hang 7 up on the board. Pat Med does get a goal, and that's your score after 1. Southampton 7, Pat Med 1. I'm Ryan Brownigan. You're listening to Suffolk County High School Hockey League LA Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. And I'll step aside and be right back for period number 2. Stick around. Welcome back to the Rinks and Hop Hogs side of tonight's first of 3 Suffolk County High School Hockey League matchups. This one between Pat Med and Southampton at the freshman level. 2 teams both desperately needing wins, and Southampton taking full advantage of Pat Med's goaltender, Chris Nasta, making his first career start in net. He has made some great saves along the way, but made some that you would probably expect to be stopped by a seasoned goaltender. Get you caught up on all the goals. Quinlan Riley had the last one for Southampton. Aiden D'Angelo the assist. Mikey Kessler unassisted goal. Luke Pisano's goal was also assisted by Quinlan Riley, and Aiden D'Angelo having himself a game in the assist category. As Riley has a goal and an assist. 2 assists for D'Angelo. And leading the way with a goal and 2 assists is Andrew Wetter. the team's leading scorer. He's now got 23 points on the year as we get an early whistle. Face off just outside the Pat Med zone. Puck rolls on to Nasta, who plays it ever so gently to the near boards. Comes out to D'Angelo. Pauses at the blue line before sending in, and Pat Med try to break out on the far boards. Scrum commences, and it's held in by Riley. Quinlan Riley sends that one across. Harper to seize control of the puck for Pat Med before trying to clear up the up the far boards. Rather, it's broken up. McCourt's shot gets blocked. And the Raiders outlet. Chipped up the boards. Young moves in with speed. Takes control of the puck down low, but he's surrounded by a few Southampton players. Still able to get it to the net, where Trezos made a good save. And the Whalers flip out. This is what Pat Med need. Not only get back in the game, but make it a more respectable game at that, is just have more puck possession in the Southampton end of the ice. Trezos has not faced many shots here tonight. Here's a chance for Anza, but a good job by McCourt to get there first. Try to play that one back to the middle of the ice. Tyler Anza had it again, but lost it, and McCourt able to weave around a couple of Raiders. Continues to do so as he breaks into the zone, and that one is flipped up and over the net. Good rush up the ice nonetheless by Stefano McCourt. Comes up the near boards. Young trying to get it out, and Noah Young eventually does so. Comes onto the stick of D'Angelo. D'Angelo hounded by Biddle. Pereira fires that one in. It's sticked away by Trezos. And out back it comes to the neutral zone. Sent in by Mistretta. Biddle on it now. Waits for his teammates to get on side before sending it into the zone where it could be corralled by McCourt, who will skate it out of the zone. Past one Raider. Flies by another. Tries to go around the net. Harper checks him off the puck. Riley is there. Sends it around. Mistretta catches up with it, but there is Wetter to take it back, and it gets turned over and chipped out of the zone by the Raiders. Biddle, 3-on-3 over the blue line, sends it in, takes a check from Magnotta. Puck in the near corner. Biddle will chip it back in deep, round to get it on the other side and put it out in front. It's a good play by Cagliano, but nothing comes of it, and here comes Southampton back the other way. Pisano shot, glove save made by Nasta. He makes his first stop of the second frame as we have 11 minutes to go. Face off to the right of the aforementioned Pat Med goaltender. Wetter wins it back for Southampton. Magnotta has it at the point, plays it down low. Pat Med intercept, try to get it back out the near boards, and Penny is unable to do so, so he will fire it around the far side. Pereira was there, but a good play by Wetter to break it up. He'll send it across, but nobody home. Magnotta keeps it alive at the point for the Whalers. He's got it back once again, tries to chip it in deep, unable to do so, and out of the zone it comes. Harrington, hounded by Pereira, comes back across to the near side, Cappiello. Anthony Cappiello Jr., if you will. Wetter has it, broken up by Penny. Still it is Wetter, though, as he takes it back away. Try to feed the backdoor play, and a good save there made by Nasta. And Pat Med skated out Pereira. Harrington evades him, but offsides are the Southampton Whalers, and Harrington, who had a full head of steam, not happy about that offsides call. 9:50 to go in the second period. 7-1, Southampton leading the Pat Med Raiders. And as I was beginning to mention before a goal was scored, last night's best, you could find that on social media, Instagram in particular, at LI Sports Network. It's something we do every night for the SCHSHL. Oh, there's a chance down low. Goes in. Thought Nasta might have had it for a moment as it was careening through the crease area before finally looked like he himself put it into the zone net. Goldstein appears to be getting credit for the goal. If he does, Max Goldstein will be his second of the game. Mikey Kessler has it. 8-1 is your score in favor of Southampton. And you definitely have to think, if Pat Med has one of their better forwards, leading goal scorer, Chris Nasta, playing, forward, and goaltender Peter Muratori in net, as there's another goal for Goldstein as he completes the hat trick. It's 9-1 in favor of Southampton. As I was saying, you have the usual goaltender. A bunch of these goals are not goals, but that's not to say Nasta hasn't made his fair share of good saves. He certainly has. And it's also not to say that Pat Med have not been the better team here tonight. But here's a chance coming up the other way, to diving poke check. McCourt, a wonderful defensive play, stops a potential breakaway attempt for Pat Med. And that's been the kind of game so far for Pat Med. Here's Pisano. There's a save made by Nasta. Mistretta skates it out for the Raiders. He goes down, still has the puck, flings it. Try to fling it behind the net. McCourt broke it up, but he's bumped off the puck. Good play out in front and just not able to go in. Good scoring chance and a good shot came from Noah Young. He was looking for his second. Puck comes out of the zone. Pereira going to catch up with it and move in and gets checked from behind. A hook. Was it a clear breakaway? Will it be a penalty shot? I think it is. Well, it might not be. I don't want to get ahead of myself. It was a clear breakaway that was... No, it is. It is. We're going to have a penalty shot. Penalty shot for Pereira. Clock frozen at 7:36. Pereira versus Trezos. As Pereira moves in, shoots, scores! What a shot on the penalty shot for Pereira. As we get another look at that. Works his way in and just tees up the shot. He says, I can beat you. And he does. He beats Trezos. Top corner, glove side. A beautiful goal. for Jordan Pereira's first here tonight. Cuts the lead from 9-1 to 9-2. An 8-goal lead becomes a 7-goal lead for Southampton. Minardi shot. That's a good glove save from Nasta. Two seconds under 7 minutes to go in period number 2. Far less goals scored in this period. We had 8 in period number 1. Just 3 thus far in period number 2. The Raiders can't clear on the near side. Kicks back to Mistretta. Mistretta has his pocket picked by Goldstein, but Goldstein had it taken away by Panicia. Goldstein, the hat trick in the game. Checked by Biddle. Pat Med able to get it into the zone, but not for long. It's taken back by Goldstein. Goldstein through center to himself as he breaks in, and a good defensive play by Mistretta. Breaks it up. Kessler, shot goes behind the net. Minardi, first on it for the Whalers. Centers, Goldstein, shot, scores! Off the one-timer. It went off a defenseman out in front and past Nasta. Not much you can do on that one. It's 10-2 for Southampton. Tyler Onza wins the faceoff forward. Takes a shot. It goes off of McCourt. Capiello plays it to the far boards for Wetter. Wetter tries to move around Onza. Does. Chips it to himself. Rolling on goal. And it's snagged and held. Face-off coming to the left of Chris Nasta. One to the board, the far boards by Pat Med, but turned over and played out in front, and Doherty there to make the defensive play to prevent the goal. Meanwhile, out comes Tyler Onza. His shot gets blocked, comes back on the stick of Penny. It's broken up and taken back the other way. Wetter had it go off his stick. And Southampton are off sides, and they'll eventually touch up or touch the puck to get the whistle. And being as though it was intentional, the faceoff will come all the way deep in Southampton end. Face-off to the left of Treyazos. Noah Young has it. Responsible for a goal, the first goal for Pat Med. Tries to get this one back out to Harper. Harper keeps in at the blue line, but it's cut down by Riley, and Quinlan Riley gets it out of the zone. Noah Young had it and lost it, and Riley will take it back. Nice move by Riley as he tries to work his way in, and a good play by Harper to break it up, and Harper will lead the charge the other way for Pat Med. Harper out in front. Great save made, Treyazos. And they get a whistle, and that's his best stop of the night. Leontios Treyazos making his best save, keeping Southampton ahead by 8. Face off one in the defensive end by the Whalers. And they'll chip it out of the zone. Goldstein had a streaking Minardi, couldn't get it to him. Harrington takes it away and moves in. Harrington throws it towards the net wide. Redirected off of a PatMed stick. Goldstein has it. Back for Harrington. Harrington knocked off his stick by Noah Young. And it's regathered by the Raiders on the far boards. Chipped ahead for Young. Young challenged by Magnotta. Riley fires it out of the zone. Will it have the mustard for icing? It will not. No icing. And Minardi gets there first for Southampton. Minardi chips it down low. Mistretta first on it for PatMed. Banks it ahead for Pereira, who banks it into the zone. Tyler Onza gets there first. Scrum ensues, won by Southampton, and Minardi will take it back out the other way. And he'll skate it in through neutral ice. Minardi, nice move, a little head fake, try to backhand it out in front, and that's taken away. A good defensive play made by Darties. That one goes off a post, and it's loose, and scrambling to freeze it was Nasta, and he does. And his stick gets caught in his pads. A technical malfunction. .243 to go. And Nasta sticks that one away. And it's skated free by Tyler Onza, who will dump it in. Doherty joining the rush. McCourt first on it for Southampton. Onza with the forecheck goes past Cagliano. And Southampton able to clear for the moment. Pereira sent it back the way it came. And now Doherty's on it. And Doherty trying to get some space for himself, but it goes off the skate of Wetter. Far side. Broken up by D'Angelo, who will take it behind his own net. Pick up speed and lose the puck for the moment, but takes it right back away from Esposito. Before making another move, Aiden D'Angelo finally gets it in and rolls off his stick. Mikey Kessler backhands that one across the crease. Nobody could get anything on it. McCourt back at the point, fires one that goes wide, redirects out in front, and they score. Tapped in down low, didn't quite see who it was. It may have been Pisano. If it was Luca Pisano, it would have been his third of the evening. 11-2. All Southampton taking full advantage of the goaltender in net, and then some, as they have really dominated play. Goldstein through center. Carries over the PatMed line. Still Goldstein fires. That's a good save made by Nasta. Minardi brings it around the net. Pass one-timer. D'Angelo did not get anything on it. Goldstein takes it back. Final minute of play in the second period. That goes off the side of the net. And clearing this one out, the captain for PatMed, Brendan Harper. Immediately back into the PatMed zone. Goldstein looking for McCourt, just a little too far for him. McCourt back on it. Fires, and that's a glove save made by Nasta. 23 seconds to go in period number 2. 11-2, Southampton leading PatMed. Face off to the right of Nasta. One. By the Whalers, Magnotta keeps in at the blue line. Kessler and Harrington converge. Harrington takes it on the far boards. Harrington, that's a big hit. That'll get a whistle. With 0.7 seconds remaining in the frame, it's the captain, Harper. No, that's my apologies. I'm not sure who it was. Might have been Biddle. Well, someone from Pat Med's going off. I see it. It is Harper. As that concludes the second period. 11-2, Southampton on top of Pat Med. And you are listening to Suffolk County High School Hockey on LI Sports Network. I'm Ryan Brannigan, and I will be back for period number 3. Welcome back. Power play to start the period for Southampton. They lead it 11-2 as that shot goes off the post. As Wetter fires another one well wide and well high. Magnotta stops it at the point, sends it down low. Kessler gets on the other end of it. Kessler now out for Wetter, who winds up and fires, and there's a glove save made by Nasta. And he's made quite a few saves in this game. Despite it being his first ever start and goal. Harrington is bumped by Noah Young and shorthanded. Campbell skates it out. 48 seconds remaining on the power play for Southampton. Harrington makes a nice couple of moves. Tries to get it to Pisano. And Pisano could not get it. Luca Pisano did, in fact, get that goal at the end of the period. It's his hat-trick goal. That's 2 hat-tricks for Southampton. The other belonging to Max Goldstein, who has 4 points on the night. Pisano from McCourt. Goldstein from Minardi. And Goldstein unassisted, as there's another goal. It's Harrington. And it's a double-digit lead for Southampton. Minardi moves in. Good defensive play made by Harper, who will fire it around. Nobody home on the other side. Andrew Wetter, nice move. Stops up, fires it across. It's in the skates of Cappiello. Cappiello tries to play it to the front. It's blocked by his teammate Minardi. And Pat Med clear. McCourt. Hounded by Penny. Pat Med dump in. 11 minutes, 50 seconds to go in this third period. A game dominated by Southampton as they lead it by double digits. 5-point night for Goldstein as he picks up his second assist on the goal from Hunter Harrington, who has 2 points on the night. D'Angelo has it. Plays it to the far boards. Unable to settle it down was Minardi, and it comes out to center. McCourt try to play it back in. It's intercepted. And we're not going to get an icing as Southampton regroup, get it back from their own zone, and McCourt has it taken away by Noah Young. Young makes a nice play to himself. McCourt trying to get revenge, and he still cannot get it away from Young. And finally able to do so there was Magnotta. Scrum occurs. Campbell has it, tries to play it to the front. It's blocked by Wetter, and Wetter will skate it up the far boards with speed before a good defensive play is made to knock the puck off his stick by the captain, Brendan Harper. Minardi checked by Mistretta, sends it down low. Good play by Goldstein to recollect. It's Minardi circling back down low, looking for Goldstein. He has him, Goldstein. Turns back towards the net, plays that one across, looking for a deflection, and nothing came of it. Pat Med clear the zone and have a counterattack, but a great stick lift by Kessler thwarts any attempt of a counterattack from Pat Med. Meanwhile, the puck just loose out in front, and doing his best to stop it from going in is the netminder, making his first career start in net, Chris Nasta. He did keep that one out. And for making his first career start, Pat Med has not made it easy on him, as they have allowed many, many, many great opportunities for Southampton. And he has not stopped many of them, but the fact that he has stopped some of them speaks volumes to how he's played, having no prior goaltender experience. At least at this level of play, as Magnotta has that one poked off of his stick. Harrington recollects. Give and go. It's back in the possession of Harrington, but rolls off his stick. Cagliano unable to settle it down, but he skates after it. Magnotta will get there first and will reverse it behind his net. Skate it out the other side. Magnotta trying to bank it to himself, does so. Try to get around Anza. He had, but lost control of the puck, and it's cleared. With 8:40 to go in period number 3, 12-2 is your score in favor of Southampton. The second goal for Pat Med was a rather impressive one, a penalty shot for Jordan Pereira, in which he pumped the leg and buried it. A beautiful snipe, top shelf over the glove of Leontios Treazos. As here's Mistretta firing one high and wide. Nine players on Southampton have at least 2 points here in this one. And it's been that kind of game. Cagliano finds Esposito on the other side, who will chip into the zone, but couldn't really get a lot on it. It's taken back by D'Angelo, who will circle away from a forechecking Cagliano and skate past a couple of Raiders and gets past Doherty. D'Angelo to the backhand, now forehand, now backhand, and no chance for Chris Nasta on that one. A beautiful goal for Aiden D'Angelo as he collects his third point of the night, first goal of the night. And it gives Southampton a gaudy 11-goal lead, their 13th of the evening. So we take a look at there's a slap shot from Wetter that's Nasta got a piece of. Harper breaks out. Behind Treasas. Comes out the other side, Wetter. Brings it in. Wetter has not recorded a point since the first period, in which he was involved in 3 of the 4 goals. The first 4 goals of the game for Southampton. Immediately following the conclusion of this game at around 8:40 Eastern time, as there was a chance for Harper, it just went wide. And Harper going to get called for a penalty here. Harper taking a jeer at the Southampton fans in attendance on his way to the box. His second trip there as he throws his stick. And the official's seen enough, and I believe Harper is getting himself removed out of the game. Roughly 5 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the game. Harper wasn't having it. And he takes one last look at his bench and at the official. They share a few words, and Harper is out of the game. Well, as I was about to say, coming up at 8:40 Eastern time, or just about, we have our junior varsity matchup of the evening. Sachem taking on Connecticut Sayville. Connecticut Sayville coming into the game at 1-8-1. We'll look for the Herculean effort to top 7-3 Sachem. And the final of the 3 games, we go to the varsity level. So we increase our level of play by 1 each game. Sachem as well going to be in the varsity is Goldstein. He moves in, and the pass across does not get around. It's a major penalty for Harper, by the way. So the rest of the game will be played 5-on-4 in favor of Southampton, as if they needed any additional help. Minardi plays it back to the point. McCourt. It's Sachem and St. Anthony's. A good glove save from Chris Nasta. Really can't find a complaint in how he's played in his first ever game in goal. Yeah, but coming up at 10:10 Eastern time, it's Friday night. Where else would you be? But tune in to LISN for what should be, on paper, a fabulous matchup between Sachem and St. Anthony's. St. Anthony's undefeated at the varsity level, 11-0. But can they keep that going against Sachem, who are 8-3 in their own right? And coming off 4 straight victories. Most recent one against East Islip by a score of 5-4. And St. Anthony's undefeated have had their share of close calls, only beating Smithtown Hauppauge 4-3, and most recently on December 4th, narrowly escaping Kings Park Comac KPC with a final of 5-3. As another save from Nasta is made. I encourage all of you to check out LI Sports Network on social media at LI Sports Network. There you'll find last night's best on Instagram, along with tons and tons of other cool, great things, and keeps you up to date on everything going on in the sport of hockey across Long Island. Taking his time with it was Magnotta. He almost had it stolen off his stick by Kayla Hanza. Harrington has it once more. The final minute and 40 seconds to go in this game. Magnotta has it on the far boards. Intercepted by Mistretta. Mistretta lost his balance and lost the puck. Riley takes it back. Quinlan Riley fires that one up and over. Wetter back on it. Fires that one across, and a good stick save made by Nasta. Wetter has it. Scores. It might have been Riley, but I believe it was Andrew Wetter who makes it 14-2. And they're going to give the goal to Riley, Quinlan Riley, with Wetter getting the primary assist. The secondary assist going to Mikey Kessler. 14 goals. That is the most Southampton have scored all year. As more physicality, pushing and shoving occur, and that'll probably draw an end to this game. Riley was involved with, I believe, Tyler Anza. And that's going to do it. 14-2. Southampton defeat Pat Med. And can no other words describe it other than an unequivocal blowout. A true dismantling from start to finish for Southampton. They led it 7-1 after one, and they did not let up off the gas pedal. Not lost in all this, however, the play in net for first ever start for Chris Nasta, as he's surrounded and hugged by his teammates, and rightfully so, as this game would have probably been even worse had it not been for a few, if not many, miraculous stops from the netminder, a usual forward, making his first ever stop. The teams shake hands, and that'll do it for this first matchup here tonight at the Hop Hog Rinks. You're listening to LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. I'm Ryan Brannigan, and that is all for this one. But, as I mentioned, stick around, more hockey to come. I'll see you there.